Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tech Talk with Sierra Miles, where we talk all things technology, innovation, and keep you up to date on all the tech news and info that'll best serve you in your business and your personal life. Sierra Miles is the premier IT service provider and technology partner in Northern Nevada, specializing in healthcare, law, and small businesses. As always, I'm here with Sierra Miles partner Brandon App, and I'm also here with Julie Crampton, help desk manager here at Sierra Miles.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Hi, good morning. So nice to have everyone here this morning, talk about construction today, and how kind of Sierra Miles works with our construction clients. We're really happy to be working with builders in Northern Nevada. We are affiliated with the Builders Association of Northern Nevada, and happy to get into it.
Perfect. And with that, let's jump right in. So my first question for you two is, what are some common tech problems that the construction companies are currently facing?
I would say one problem is that they are slow to adopt new technology sometimes due to like budget constraints or because they don't understand it or it hasn't been explained properly. But I think adopting new technologies is one of the problems.
Yeah, it's something I would definitely agree with as well. You know, in the construction, especially in the trades, there tends to be more of a, hey, let's just do it manually. Especially when you're building and working with hard materials, things like that. It's, hey, let me just put it together myself. And I think we find a lot of times with builders that using technology like things that it would help, streamline productivity.
They want to use paper.
Yeah.
Paper invoices.
Yeah, exactly. Paper invoices, paper timesheets. And then what happens to that paper once it gets misplaced? Or maybe it's, measurements for a room, for flooring or something along those lines. Utilizing technology to kind of keep track of those things and have data available for you is really a key that we find that our construction clients seem to lean more towards.
Yeah. So it sounds like, the construction industry is a little bit old school, a little bit more manual, they like to build things. That's literally their job. So, having these paper things and, kind of looking less towards technology and more towards the manual way of doing things makes a lot of sense to them. So following that up, how do you think technology can transform how a construction company is run in a way that would make construction companies want to actually, go more towards technology?
Digital project management, managing their projects through using SharePoint, using collaboration, shared files.
Yeah, I think, using, tools that are already available to them. I feel like a lot of construction companies have tools that they're paying for and maybe not utilizing the full breadth of the features and services that those tools offer.
They already have. Yeah.
Yeah. And, utilizing technology can help mitigate the need for, more labor. So, it might be that you can utilize your workers more efficiently by having them go to multiple jobs by using project management tools and communication tools to, keep things on track.
Right. So it sounds like they could save a little bit more time, be a little bit more productive and, in the long run, get more work done in a less amount of time. So that's something that would make them want to, start utilizing this technology.
And also a lot of them are already using the technology of for safety and compliance, webcams, keeping an eye on the job site, things like that. So
just kind of taking it a little bit farther. And just kind of going a little bit further into technology could make things a little bit more better and, and boost productivity.
Streamlining processes.
Yeah, absolutely. On that note, what is some innovative technology that you've been seeing used in construction today? So I know you've mentioned a few like the webcamming, looking at the fields. Anything else that you've seen that some construction companies are enjoying and using?
Maybe like 3D printers, things like that. Using those for building houses and things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And the other thing that we're seeing a lot, and I've kind of worked with both designers and contractors as well as architects with using building information modeling systems, or, like Autodesk, which allows multiple contractors to work on a set of plans at the same time, which a lot of folks don't even realize that that's something that's possible. And, kind of a lot of times in the construction industry, especially with working with architects and designers and things like that, it kind of goes from one vendor to another, and it can be very difficult to kind of work on all of those things at the same time. And utilizing cloud and building information modeling technology allows construction organizations to work on a project with multiple vendors at the same time. Maybe your HVAC vendor is, planning where they're going to put their stuff. You've got an electrical contractor that's going to be putting where they put their stuff. So it's really interesting to see those types of technologies, as well as just, there's a lot of data in construction that is just raw data that just doesn't have a lot of information, and utilizing AI and analyzing these large data sets to find anomalies, find patterns, and things like that is something else that we're seeing is very interesting too.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of different ways that technology can help any construction company. And, some things may not be for some people, but like I said, there's so many different ways that, there's so much to explore there. So while some people may not be interested, thinking like, oh, this will make me more productive, some people might think they're already productive enough. So how can technology help construction companies get ahead of their competition? And how could that, persuade someone to start utilizing technology in that way?
I would say mainly to streamline the processes.
Right.
Cut down on paper, keep things in one place.
Maybe even just having technology available to your clients to look at, or like see the process of how things are going, just being able to show them things like digitally.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely a lot of that's happening where, there are, contractors that have been doing it the same way for many years, and it works that way. Having that transparency with your clients, whether it's, taking a 3D model during every stage of the process. We've seen contractors do that. There's also ways that you can utilize technology to differentiate yourself as a contractor in the area, or whether it's in your specific trade or things like that. So I think there's always an opportunity for technology to be implemented, especially with contractors. Even if it's not for a productivity aspect, there's compliance aspects. Contractors have to comply with OSHA, and there's a lot of great technology that helps you keep track of those requirements and report on those requirements. And then here at Sierra Miles, we offer a managed IT service that allows your staff to be trained on basic cybersecurity. That's something that applies to any business, and having just the right technology to train your staff to ensure that you're meeting the minimum requirements for insurance policies, OSHA regulation, all of those things. It's not necessarily that technology can improve your productivity, but it also can help you become compliant and make it easier for your staff just to get things done.
Right.
And also prevent them from taking down your company with ransomware.
That is helpful. That is very helpful.
Yeah, and just the cybersecurity part of it too is important, making sure, right?
Yeah. Give them the training that helps them determine if an email is a phishing email or a real email, or if they're getting text messages from the CEO of the company asking for gift cards. They'll be able to recognize and spot those scams.
Right. And because they work with so many vendors, like there's just so many outside people coming in and like communicating with them, that it makes it a lot more
It creates a lot of risk for construction companies when you're working with a lot of vendors, and so having those technologies to, approve payments or, have some sort of an escalation system to make sure that you're not just, getting $1,000 in gift cards for a hacker. It's definitely, you can utilize technology to reduce the risk in your business from a compliance aspect as well.
Yeah, just because construction is very susceptible. Okay. And then for our last question, I want to say, what do you think the future of technology is going to look like in the construction company? So maybe 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, do you think the companies that are doing it more manual are going to survive? Do you think they're going to be pushed out by AI and all these different forms of technology? What do you think?
Well, I think they'll have to roll with the times a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like with anything.
Yeah, I think there's always going to be contractors and construction where technology isn't a huge thing. But I think for these contractors that want to grow or want to work with, other partners in the community to grow their business, you'll see a lot more integrative things in cloud and mobile technology. I think we're going to see a lot more 3D printing and a lot of more automation with business processes, utilizing things like augmented reality to kind of share different types of problems that need to be addressed, or even just design things. I know that there's designers that are using augmented reality to kind of show what design might look like. And we're not seeing so much of that yet, but I think in the future we will see more of those technology-driven solutions for contractors. And I think there's going to be also a big push to augment labor from an automation standpoint. So, can buildings be prefabricated before they're going on site rather than labor putting them together on site? We work with a contractor that builds public restrooms, and they're, assembling everything on site. A lot of the stuff that they're doing is assembled on site at their manufacturing facility in Minden, and then they ship that out to wherever the site is, all throughout the United States. So I think you're going to see concentration of different types of building techniques that include and incorporate automation, data analytics, and other things that I had mentioned before.
Right. And I like the point that you made about, if you want to work with other vendors or other companies, you're going to have to kind of get on board with some of this technology, because, that's really what's going to push people into this space is, if I don't do this, I won't get the business with XYZ. Like, that's going to push a lot of people into it, even if they are against it or
kicking
whatever.
And screaming, but yes.
Yeah. Kicking and screaming, definitely.
Well, and that's where we come into play, right? You can work with someone like us here at Sierra Miles to help implement those technologies, kind of help get your staff trained, and make sure you're not wasting money on some of these tools that may be a requirement for a vendor or compliance, things like that,
and make it easier for our customers, so they don't have to wade through all of the technical aspects. We can certainly help with that.
Right. Absolutely. Well, perfect. Thank you, both of you, for being here. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to Tech Talk with Sierra Miles. If you'd like to listen to more episodes, you can find all of our episodes on YouTube in our podcast playlist. Stay connected with us on social media for more tech updates. And if you are interested in partnering with us or getting more information about Sierra Miles as your managed IT provider, please contact us at info@sierramiles.com or give us a call at 775-420-4224. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Bianca.
Thanks, Bianca.